What is going on, people? Them, how are we doing? Didn't want to keep you lot waiting too long. Too long. You get me? 6 minutes is a long wait, blood. So I thought, you know what? Let me just step in while we wait for Younes. He did message me, said it was going to be a few minutes. But big up every single one of you lot in the chat as usual. Boop. When you hear that noise, it means that you've heard Younes has arrived. That's correct. He has to take a sip of water first, put the cap back on top of the water. As he is about to put the water back on the table, and he shakes his head in disapproval, takes another sip of water, just to not. Hey, I'm just out here, just being mad stupid. You know how Guni gets sometimes, bro. I'm bare childish sometimes, but it is what it is. That's why you lot love me, really, innit? But introducing to you the GOAT, the man of the hour, Mr. Younes.
Yes, Guni. How you doing, my bro?
I am doing good. Guess what didn't happen? I didn't melt in the street like I thought I was going to yesterday, because it wasn't only London that was hot. New York was also hot as hell, and it was also humid. But I'm still...
Bro, you ain't melted. We are melting. We are melting. We're finished. We're done. I'm toasted. You can see off the...
Now you know.
It's outrageous.
Now you know what it feels like when you see me on camera sweating bullets. That's what it's here all the time in New York, bruv, yeah? And also Baltimore as well. My goodness me, bruv. I wanted to melt, cuz.
How hot was it there?
Bro, it felt like about 38, 39 degrees Celsius. But you can see when you watch Troops' vlog, you can see me, Zar, and Troops just sweating our tits off.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's just not cool.
Bro, it's 41 here.
40 what?
It's 41 in London, bro.
In England, bro. I've never heard it get that hot before.
It's a record. It's hit 39. I've seen 39 before. 40 and 41 though. This is new.
Oh nah, big man thing. You lot, you know, if I was you lot from now on, yeah, going forward, I would have an AC. Whether you need it for a day or two, have an AC in your house just in case. Because 41 degrees is savage. I know that fan is just blowing hot air, cuz.
You're better off without one probably, but aircon for sure. But that's the thing, it's because it hardly happens in this country that no one gets aircon, so you just firm it. Like, yeah, I'm just firming it. I'm just like, screw it, we'll just get to the end of the day, we'll be all right.
No, it's true. I hear you. I hear you. I was on the phone to FaceTime a couple of my mates, and I felt so bad for them. They just had this fan blowing hot air, just melting into their couch. My mate was like, I can't even go and smoke in this heat, man. I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
Hey, Lawrence, big up yourself. Thank you very much for the early super chat. Hey, yo, Guni, I was in section 130. Can't believe we missed you guys. Welcome to Baltimore, bruv. Yeah, I mean, it would have been... I wasn't sitting with Troops and Zar because it was an Arsenal moment. It's Arsenal versus Everton. I'm not trying to just be all up in the camera for no reason. I know my place.
Will you buy a hot dog stand or something?
Whoa. We don't do them thing there. We are not Glizzy Nation over here. We do not participate in such sports. Those are called extreme sports. We do not do such things. No. We do not do those things. We do not eat glizzies, as they are called in New York City.
What are they called?
They're called glizzies. Yeah.
No way.
And the street man, them, if you get caught eating a glizzy, right, you will be caught on 4K. Yeah, and you will be bantered for several reasons I cannot bring up on this channel because it is a very inclusive channel. If you get the gist, you get the gist. You know what I'm saying?
But, not PG. Let's just say that.
Yeah, exactly. So but Younes, it was great. Like we was in I don't know the official name of this stadium, but it's where the Baltimore Ravens play. It was ridiculous. Like, it's like the stadiums here in America, just second to none. Great experience. Baltimore was great. The people were great. For me being a Chelsea fan, the amount of love I was getting from Arsenal fans was unreal.
Fair.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Fair. It was like I was purposely trying not to be seen. Yo, Guni, let me get a picture. Yo, Guni, respect. We love what you're doing on the channel. All this, it was crazy. It was nice. M&T Bank Stadium, it's called. M&T Bank Stadium. Thank you very much for letting me know. But we are here for some Chelsea news, Younes. We are indeed. Transfer season is still underway. We have a long time until the transfer window closes, but it seems that we have caught ourselves up in another saga. We did think it was over with Rafinha and Ousmane Dembele, but guess what? It looks like it's Chelsea versus Barcelona again, and this time for a player that we have agreed personal terms with for nearly 2 seasons now.
When you put it like that, bro, that's a violation.
I mean, bro, this is the situation we find ourselves in. And you know, to make it worse, Barcelona have activated their second lever. Yes, they have sold their soul. Their soul is just going, which means that they have money to facilitate this transfer.
Yeah. Or I mean, so they say they have in order to get the transfers done. But in terms of running the club later on, no one quite knows where that's all going to go. But look, I'm not doing this again with Barcelona, bruv. Look, here's the thing, yeah. If Barca are coming in and Sevilla want to entertain it, bruv, just send Kounde to Barcelona. We'll find someone else. I'm not doing this again.
Okay, all right. So So first, let me get this super chat out of the way. Blue Heart, thank you so much for this super chat. Very, very generous. Manno and Younes, blessings. Jamaica out here, Sterling and Amari. You don't know already, cuz that is, listen, Raheem Sterling was sweet, but to actually take Omari Hutchison away from Arsenal, the way they've been rating them, is just the cherry on the cake. Whether we use him or not, it's just a cherry on the cake. You know what
I mean, Arsenal fans rate him highly. Clearly, Arsenal don't. If not, they would have given him a decent contract.
Yeah, I mean, I had a word with Troops about that, who actually knows the player. He messaged him after he made the move. And
what are you doing?
Actually, you know what? Let me not, because I don't know if Troop's going to be upset with that. I didn't clear that with him.
Fair.
I'll speak to him first and see if I can let you not know what was said between the two of them. But I don't want to abuse Troops' trust just like that, because I spoke to him about it. But it is what it is. So FC City saying they haven't activated yet. It's Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, perfect. So they'll sign Kounde on Thursday then.
No, but listen, Younes, I'm hearing the key to this deal is who pays the price quicker. Because Sevilla have their set asking price, and we just seem to be faffing about. We're just like, you know, lowballing them. They're asking for £55 million, which is like 60 to 65 million euros.
But they want a bidding war as well. They want both clubs to start going for him. That way they can get as much money as they can. And I respect that. From Sevilla's perspective, that's the correct thing to do. But yeah, if we get into a bidding war, I'm not asked.
I honestly think, right, if Chelsea were to just say, you guys want 60 million euros for the fella, here's 60 million euros, it's going to be accepted.
Oh, yeah, no, it will be accepted. Will they hang about and wait for Barcelona's bid, though? I think they will, but that's the thing. It depends on whether Barca and this this comment is spot on. I think in terms of if Barca come in with their economic lever and go, we can facilitate 60 million on the table too, then we have a problem. If they can only do installments, then obviously we get the edge. But Barca right now, the amount of times that we've been like, oh, no, they can't do this, they can't do that, and then they do, I still think down the line they're going to suffer. I still think maybe 2 seasons from now, they're going to find themselves in trouble. But right now, I just think they're going to do what they want to do. And yeah, they could get, couldn't they? They could.
For me, I don't know how to feel about this, because it depends on what you believe and what's actually true. Because if Kounde indeed was the previous board's signing and target, and it wasn't necessarily Tuchel's first choice, then I get it. I understand why this has gone the direction that it's gone. But at the same time, the player knows this. Kounde knows that there's 2 different regimes, but there's still interest. And I've seen him say several times that he wouldn't mind playing for Chelsea. And in fact, I believe it was Ben Jacobs that tweeted something along the lines that Kounde is excited at the fact that Koulibaly has joined Chelsea Football Club, and that he would love to learn from him.
Yeah.
I think the ball is in each team's court. I think he would either go, if Barcelona bid first, then the bid gets accepted, I think he goes there. I think if Chelsea bid and the bid gets accepted, I think he comes to Chelsea. Because the way he's seeing it in his mind is like, I just want to play at the top level. Chelsea ain't a bad choice. Barca ain't a bad choice. Chelsea been faffing around for the longest, but I'm still happy with the conditions on the table. Barcelona, they've just registered interest now, and they want me to play for their club.
Yeah.
This is why, for me, it goes either way, because I can see the benefit for Kounde. I see more so of a benefit, and this is not being biased, I see more so of a benefit of Kounde developing at a better level at Chelsea, purely because of who you've got around him.
Yeah, of course. Easy.
Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Koulibaly. Just those two alone. For any youngster to have them two to look up to, it can't go wrong, can it?
Plus, you're playing Premier League football. You're at the highest level. Like, no, there's things that you just get in this country that you just won't get in Spain. No matter who you play for, you just won't get it.
Yeah,
and that competitiveness will only make you better, especially at a young age. So, yeah, for sure, he'll get those things at Chelsea. But yeah, we'll see. What you said sounds reasonable, to be honest. I just don't know. Like, each time we've had Barca interfere with something, it's gone pear-shaped.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're interfering. I'm just going to wait and see how this one pans out. But I would like if he definitely comes to Chelsea, of course. We'd all want Kounde.
Definitely. I mean, and again, because I see the fan base and they're saying, oh, if Kounde wants to go to Barcelona, he can F off. But you're not taking into consideration the treatment that this guy has had. Because remember, this guy has traveled to England, agreed personal terms, has been seen by the people then. And it's been nothing short. The only thing short of him saying, he's just not said, I'm joining Chelsea, but everything has looked like he's going that way. So you've got to put yourself in the player's shoes, because
100%.
Because it can be humiliating, those circumstances,
Like Bonlaho? No.
Yeah. It was it a Bonlaho? No, it wasn't Bonlaho. It was the other one.
Odemwingie.
Yeah, with the West
the car park.
Yeah. Just sitting
like that's can't imagine just sitting there in a car park waiting for a transfer to happen. Like, you're not allowed in the ground because no transfer's actually gone through. Like, yeah, man, those things can be embarrassing, absolutely. So from Kounde's perspective, it could honestly be a case of, and obviously they're going to have more detail than any of us, but it could be a case of, yeah, we've been hanging on for so long. You guys haven't actually put in a bid. Like, you guys haven't properly come in for me. Barca have just swooped in. They've shown interest, and yeah, I could go there. It's true. It's possible. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. See how it's all going to pan out. But realistically, we should be able to get a deal done.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And if Chelsea are serious, we should be able to get this done before Barcelona even trigger their economic levers.
Yeah.
Or we should be at a point, if we're serious about this player, by the time Barcelona have activated the levers, it's just too late. Everything is signed, sealed, delivered. All that needs is the dot the i's and dot the i's across the t's. That's where we should be on this still, right?
In the same way we got Koulibaly done in like 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the same way. Yeah, we should really tie this up.
Yeah, I think we should be doing that now. Let's say hypothetically we're not able to get Kounde and it does go to Barcelona. There has actually been some news about Prensel Kimpembe. Now, again, depending on how you feel about the player, it might be good news, it might be bad news. For me, it's not the worst news in the world, but Kimpembe apparently has come out to PSG and said that he doesn't want to leave, and in fact that he would rather extend if he could. He's very happy at PSG. So pretty much he's just quashed the rumors that he will be leaving. But PSG are still open to sell the player.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to see the reports saying that they're only going to sell the player if the player does actually say, I'm happy with leaving the club. They're not just going to force him out.
No. They're happy to keep him. He's happy to stay. Mm-hmm. They're happy to listen to a bid. If a strong bid comes in, they'll entertain it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kimpembe, I think the vibe that I'm getting with Kimpembe is honestly just like, I'm cool with whatever happens. Like, okay, if it really gets to it and you want to accept a bid and, you're happy to see me go, all right, no problem. See you later. But if you don't, I'm very happy here and I don't want to move because I'm settled in Paris. Seems like he's very, very settled. That's the word. He's settled in Paris. So,
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what Chelsea can do. I still think that Chelsea can turn his head, and it's obviously down to PSG. If PSG are happy to sell him and then they entertain the bid, then obviously Kimpembe will have to start being realistic. But yeah, for now, it obviously does seem like he'll probably just stay.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you, Younes. I don't care that Kimpembe is staying at PSG, fam. I'll be 100% real with you. 100% real with you. There's only one centre-back at PSG since we signed Thiago Silva that I've ever wanted. That's it. Marquinhos. That's it. And I don't even know if he's renewed his contract. Somebody let me know in the chat if he's renewed his contract.
They won't sell Marquinhos.
Because I know as of now... Hold on, Younes, because I know as of now, it's getting into the danger zone if he's not signed by now. That's the thing. But I know
he'll still cost an arm and a leg, wouldn't he?
But it's worth that money. That's one centre back. Listen, Younes, and people are going to disagree with me when I say it. That's one centre back where I would not bat an eyelid if we paid 100 M's for him. I would not bat an eyelid. I swear.
How's Marquinhos?
27. But that boy's been a beast since Roma. When we didn't sign him from Roma, I was switching, bro. So how you let this kid go to PSG, blood? What's wrong with you? But that guy there, I'd make an exception for him. There's players where I would make an exception to the rule for, and I don't care what price you pay. If you bring him into my club, I don't care. Marquinhos is definitely one of them for me. I rate him that highly. Do I have another one? It was Erling Haaland, but you get me. He's not that good anymore. He's just because he's joined Manchester City, so he's not that good, is he? You get me? Yeah, he was better before. He was better at Dortmund. You get me? How many goals has he got for City? How many has he scored? Right, exactly. That's my point made. You see his record for Borussia Dortmund?
Terrible.
Yeah, man, can't chat to me. Listen, Haaland fell off. I feel sorry.
Day one, scores 4. Guni in the mud.
Yeah, Guni's in the mud. Yeah, that's the end of it. I know, but okay, so his contract expires at the end of 2023-24.
Yeah. One more season.
Keep an eye on that. Tuchel, stay on this guy's phone and tell him, bro, do not sign that contract. Hold on. You're coming to the bridge eventually. I would go mental. If he joined Chelsea. He's definitely that guy in our defense. Could you imagine? Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and Marquinhos. Allow it.
That'd be stupid.
We're probably going to concede like 4 goals in a Premier season.
But if we were to make Marquinhos happen, that would be the end of Thiago Silva's career, I think. I don't think he goes beyond the next 2 years. He doesn't go beyond that.
It might even be. I'd be surprised if he goes on beyond this season.
Yeah, you got to be real. So it could be 1 in, 1 out.
Could be. Let's see what happens with that. But alternatives, serious alternatives, realistic alternatives. Yeah. In case Kounde doesn't happen, Kimpembe looks like he's not coming. An old name has come up, an old flame, an old transfer affair has come up. Yes, Josko Gvardiol has come up again. The 21-year-old left-footed centre-back is apparently on Chelsea's radar. If we do not sign Kounde and if we do not sign Kimpembe, mixed emotions about that. What do I think of the player? I think he's quality. I remember how he played at the Euros. I thought he was quality. I've seen him at Leipzig. There's things about him that I cannot deny. There's still a lot of development for him to do. But in terms of the defensive aspect and the mentality and the shithousery, he has it, bro. He definitely has it. Now, I'm seeing people saying, what about Skriniar? What about Pau Torres? Look, I'm only going by reports that I'm seeing and realistic targets that I'm seeing, not targets that I would want to bring to the club, because I want to do this with some realism. You understand? Yeah, I don't want to sell dreams. I don't want to say this one's coming. We've got to be realistic and just look at the players that are coming. They're going to be players. I've spoken about players that I don't even like, but we have to talk about them. Do you know what I mean? So, Gvardiol, I rate him very high. I think he's good. I actually do think he's a good player. I honestly do. I think he's got the potential to reach a certain ceiling. And I think Kovacic being in the team, his fellow Paisano, is going to work very well. Sure. I think it's going to work out well if he does join. The price tag, I think Leipzig are asking for is about 80 million euros for the youngster.
No one's cheap anymore.
I mean, let's look at Guardiola, what he can do. Centre back and can play left back very comfortably, by the way. Not just a makeshift left back. He can play it like a natural position. Wing back, I don't know if I've seen him play wing back. Again, so I'm not going to say if he can play that role or not, but I do know that he's versatile. I 100% know that he's versatile. The only concern I have with that is the fact that, actually, that's not even a worry no more, because we've just signed Koulibaly, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, you mean in terms of him not playing right centre back?
No, it was in terms of because of the experience that we've lost. Because
for a second, we got Koulibaly.
Koulibaly was gone. Yeah, for a second I forgot we signed Koulibaly.
Wait, we're packed with experience now, bro. We got Koulibaly and Thiago Silva. We're fine. We're fine.
There you go.
And on top of that,
by the way, people, I haven't had a lick of THC today at all.
Oh, none.
Yeah, I'm actually. You know what? I wasn't even supposed to say it, but I'm actually trying to quit smoking altogether. Yesterday was my last spliff, people. I'm trying to quit smoking weed. Yep. I don't drink anymore. I stopped the drinking. I don't do the nights out with the drinks. I'm trying to stop the weed smoking. I'm gonna get back into the gym. I'm gonna get fit. I'm gonna go back to my size where I was in my mid-20s, where I was nice and hench up. You get me? Bench pressing apartments and that. You know what I mean? Nah, but I'm gonna get healthy. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna try and live a little better. You know what I'm saying? The smoking got to stop. I had fun with it, but I'm 33 now. I'm about to clock 34. I think and I've got 2 kids. I think it's about time.
There is an end time, isn't it?
It's about time to put certain things away, bruv, and just kind of move into maturity and that. But yeah. What are your thoughts on this, Younes Guardiola?
Yeah, to be honest, like it's a name, as you said, it's an old flame, isn't it? It's a name that we've heard quite a while ago. So we know that Chelsea were considering Guardiola, definitely on the list. And I think if we're not going to be getting Kounde, if we don't get Kimpembe, he's probably the next guy on that list of players that we've been up to get. So he's definitely not quitting.
He's fuming. He's like, nah, man, go and drop your bun. I want him to you. No, come on. Hey, listen. I'm not saying that you're immature if you smoke weed. This is just a personal choice, blood.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, if it came out that way, I didn't mean for it to come out that way. Because it'll be hypocritical for me to say that. I've been smoking herbs since what? On and off since I was 15. So 18 years. I'd be a hypocrite to tell you that. So it is what it is. It is what it is, blood. You get me? I quit drinking myself 6 days in. Stay strong, bro. Waffle Guni talking. Get the fuck. Hey, Jimmy, you're proper offended, innit? Hey, bro.
It's in the name. Look at the
name. Hey, Jimmy, forgive me. Hey, give me a thumbs up if you forgive me, Jimmy, bro. I'm waiting for your response in the chat. I need a thumbs up if all is forgiven. But yeah, sorry. I just keep getting sidetracked. Be professional, Guni. Guardiola is a must, in my opinion. If we've got our experience, we've got Thiago Silva, we've got Koulibaly. If Kounde doesn't come, Guardiola for me is not a bad backup.
Well, this is the thing. If we're going for left centre back, we know Koulibaly can play across the back 3, not a problem. Cross that back 2 if we're in a back 4, so it's not a problem. Left or right. So yeah, we just need, I think, one more. And then if we're being honest, if we were to just get one more central defender, that is where Chalobah and Levi Colwill will have to step up. Chalobah, we know already can. Levi Colwill will have to come in and be like, okay, you're actually going to have a significant role here because there's no other left centre back. So if it be Guardiola, it'll be Guardiola and Colwill rotating. You know, so
I'm not against that. I'm really not against that. And you know, if anybody say, well, look, they're of like a similar age group, who's gonna affect one person's pathway or whatever. Look, no, it's not the case. Thiago Silva, 1 maximum 2 seasons. I'll be very surprised if he goes 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves that frees up some space. If these two, for me, I prefer it to be 2 seasons for Thiago Silva or 1 season and another season as a coach to stay with these young players.
Yeah.
If those 2, Colwill agrees to that, Guardiola agrees to that, I think we're going to be in very, very good hands. because that transition is going to be, I think it's seamless. I think it is seamless. Trent Brown has said Gvardiol for 80 mil is a complete waste of resources. It will take 12 to 18 months for him to settle into the Prem. Neither him nor Colwell will be able to properly develop. I see what you're saying, Younes.
Well, one of them will more than the other, basically. But who's it going to be? And then, if it turns out that Colwell's actually down the road better, then we've wasted 80 million.
I mean, but have we though? Because let's have it right as well. We're looking at Koulibaly as strictly the left centre back. We realize that Koulibaly is ambidextrous? He's good on both feet and he can play either side. So he can actually be used. Yeah, he can actually be used as a right side centre.
As a right, yeah, exactly. Hence why, as I've said, if we don't get Kounde or Kimpembe, then it's more than likely going to be the left centre back role that's going to be lacking.
Yeah.
In terms of getting a Gvardiol who's a left centre back, then cool. That means Koulibaly will go over to right centre back, but he can play both, so it's not a problem.
I think but you see, Trent, I think I agree with you more on the price tag, given the surgery that we've got to do in other areas on the pitch.
Yeah,
I think the midfield area needs to 100% be addressed. This situation with Armando Broja is not looking good. We need to get that sorted. Has there been any updates on that, Younes, by the way, on Broja?
None from yesterday. No.
What do you reckon's happening with him?
I just think his head's turned by West Ham because he knows he's going to be playing every week, most weeks, maybe. It'll be tough because he still has to compete with Antonio, or if David Moyes can get away with playing both of them at the same time. But he probably thinks that he's going to be getting more playing time at West Ham than he would at Chelsea. And I just think that's all that's in his mind. Whereas right now, if we're talking about pathways, right, and that word, I think it's already become a little cliche amongst the Chelsea fan base. But if we're talking about a pathway, he's got the easiest one out of everyone. He's got an easier one than Gallagher. He's got an easier one than Colwell. There's no striker. We've only got Kai Havertz. And if you want to include Timo Werner, which we've already tried and tested. So it'd be a big, you ain't going to get a bigger opportunity. But I think West Ham offering him what he wants to hear is probably what's turning his head. So we'll see, though. Chelsea Thomas Tuchel did stick with the reason that, he's only gone back to London because he's injured.
I believe Tuchel wants to keep him, but I think this is a situation that depends entirely on
the player. It's on the player,
100%. Yeah. And I think it's a sad situation because because I try and look from both perspectives, and I try and look at the player, and I try to see why does this guy want to leave? You get me? Like, what are the real reasons that he wants to push for this move? What I've seen is he wants stability. Fair enough, because he knows if he goes to these loan clubs as well, that they're not going to treat him like they would if he was owned by them. And I think he just wants clarity for his future. And I think a lot of this, though, right, is the fact that he thinks he's at a level, or he has a self-belief that he's at a level where he should be performing at wherever club he's at week in, week out.
Yeah.
The problem that he has is that he's at Chelsea Football Club.
Exactly.
That's the key word here. There should be nobody, even if you're established, that should have their name written on that team sheet as that number 9. It shouldn't be the case. You've given a return in your first loan stint, 6 in 38 games or 32 games.
32, yeah.
Is that a record that you're going to put up for a Chelsea striker? Is that the criteria we're looking for?
This is the thing. This is why I'm stressing for these guys who still have tons of time on their side, is to give yourself a chance for one season within this Chelsea squad and find where your level really is. Because you ain't going to find out anywhere else. Because even if you were to bang at West Ham, you're not at the pinnacle. You're going to have to try and get yourself to the next level, to a bigger club. And can you hack it? No one knows. He wouldn't even know. He might think he would, but he might end up at a bigger club and he'll flop. He's at Chelsea. You're already there. Take it and run with it for one season. See what happens. Don't tell me that next season, say if it doesn't go well, at the end of next season, there's not going to be clubs that are interested. Of course there's going to be clubs that are interested. Right?
Yeah.
But it's a chance. I just think it's a chance of a lifetime. Without any strikers, you come in, you compete, and you try and make your mark. And who knows, if you bang, you're banging at Chelsea
That's
Football
it.
Club. Like,
and look, Younes, it's like you said. I want to go back to that point that you made. This is the easiest time. It's easy for him because
it
look,
doesn't get easier.
Kai Havertz, we've seen that he can't be trusted alone as a sole number 9, which is why we started signing Lukaku to take that pressure off him. Lukaku's no longer at the club. We've got no backup striker to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz needs that. If he has a run of games for 2 or 3 where he doesn't score, right? But we get goals elsewhere, you're gonna step in. All you have to do, let's say you're given a run of 6 games to play. If you score in 3 in 6, you have made the case for yourself.
Yeah,
that's all it takes. It's not hard. You score 1 in 2 game return after 6 or 7 games, you're gonna be taken seriously. It's gonna be a thing where like, okay, cool, we're gonna start you for these next games, even though Kai is fit because you're showing form.
Exactly.
But you don't want to do that. It's not a situation where it's like, oh, you got to think about Olivier Giroud. You got to think about Lukaku. Now you got to think about Kai Havertz. And then it's me. Nah, it's literally Kai Havertz, then Breuer. What are we doing here?
It doesn't get better than that.
And you've got Champions League football.
This is the thing. There's tons of competitions. You are going to play. But it's a big opportunity. And I don't know. Maybe he's intimidated. Maybe he's a little bit fearful. I don't know.
Who knows? I just know. Looking at Kai Havertz's injury record as well, it wasn't perfect last season. There would have been plenty of opportunities for him to play, and he probably, off the back of that, if he was clever, could have got a better contract than he would ever get at West Ham if he turned in performances. But between now and Christmas, he could have had a new wage bump, new sign-on fee, and guarantees in the team. But you get me. This is I don't get it. I don't get it. Exeter 1985. Thank you for the super chat. This will be the last one that I'm reading. Although I did want to answer one question real quick before Younes does go, because I know you only got a couple minutes. I agree with players having to earn playing time. I just hope that Chelsea doesn't lose another Tammy Abraham and have to buy him back for double. In this situation, if Breuer, it will be his choice. I cannot blame the club. If the player does not want to stay and take the opportunities that are made available to him and not pick his own opportunities, there's nothing that we can do, because he's got to go by what the gaffer thinks he's ready for. And he thinks he's ready for more than that. There's nothing that we can do. There's nothing the gaffer can do. There's nothing the club can do. You've just got to let him just go out there and achieve his own personal goals. That's it. And that goes for any football player, regardless of talent. So it's a different situation there. Younes, give Paul your opinion on both these signings, please.
I'll be real, right? Spence, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I reckon decent, but will he blow the roof off the place? Probably not, but decent, right? Fair enough. Zinchenko is a good signing.
Is
a very good signing. And I didn't think Arsenal would get it done that quickly. All of a sudden, boom, 30 million agreed. I'm like, whoa, that's nuts. Zinchenko obviously going to be competing with Tierney.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance he might even pip Tierney. But it's healthy competition, and I think Arsenal needed that. At left back, they needed that. If not, they were going to be relying on Tavares for the rest of the season again. They've done really well there. So Zinchenko, 100% really good signing. Spence, we'll see.
Spence, I think, is a good signing. I actually really like that kid, and I'm disappointed we didn't go for him. But then when you look at the reasons, is he's 20, Reece James is like 21, 22. Jed Spence ain't going to want to be a rotation option. He's going to want to start games. Exactly. Does he start games at Spurs? 1,000%.
100%.
Emerson Royale, 1,000%. So he starts there. Move makes sense. Now, Zinchenko, you see that one there? He wants to play in midfield at Arsenal. And apparently, this is the reason why he agreed to move there in the first place.
No way. Mm-hmm. What do you mean in midfield? As in like a left midfielder? Like a left winger?
I have no idea what role that he wants to play. I've got no idea what role he wants to play. But I know that he left Arsenal because he couldn't get into the Man City midfield. And that's not a sly at Zinchenko. Look at that Man City midfield. It's a mad thing. But it's what it is. But I hope that answers your question, though, Paul. I do think Zinchenko will be a good signing for Arsenal. If you use him as your left back, if he agrees to be your left back and, at times back up to Tierney, I think it's a very good signing because I do think Tierney is the better left back than Zinchenko. He's just not fit. That's the issue. He's just not fit. But the drop off from Tierney to Zinchenko is not much. And that's what you want in a team where you want consistency.
Yeah, and where Zinchenko's coming from, that Manchester City team.
That's what I mean.
Bringing a lot with him. Yeah.
And this is why, like for certain signings, like your Nathan Ake's and stuff like that, this is why I wasn't entirely against them, because the first thing is this: you're not going to sign world-class players across the board. There's 25 spots to fill, and you cannot do it with 25 world-class players.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You have to have some squad options. Now, you realize the quality that you're getting isn't world-class. So what you have to do, make sure the price tag is sensible and look at the drop-off between the player that's ahead of them in the pecking order. So, for example, with Ake, Koulibaly gets injured, Ake steps in. The drop-off isn't bad. Instead of Koulibaly getting injured, Malang Sarr stepping in. Then you got a problem. That's part of football. You're going to have to sign players that are not world-class, that might be average, but very, very good at the foundations of their role and can do a part. That's part of football. But Younes, before I keep chewing your ear off, let the people know, what have you got coming up? What have you already got uploaded? And what's coming up this week for Younes Sports Football?
Yeah, no, Reddit video coming later. And then a roundup of what is going on, and the latest, more than likely to be with Kounde. And then going into days from now, to see what else is happening, I'll give my view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be going to Florida this week for the Orlando games. I'm definitely gonna be at the Arsenal-Chelsea game. I might be at the Chelsea-Orlando one as well, depending on what the organisers, because I'm trying to sort something out with them, depending on what the organisers come out with. So I'll definitely be there. I'll definitely be getting footage for that. I was even thinking, Younes, if you even wanted to FaceTime me after the game, I could do that, get a couple fans round, you know what I mean? Something different. You get me? Something different for the cameras, people.
100%.
Let's see what the American fans are saying, man. Let's see what the American Chelsea fans are saying over here. But people, as for me, I'm probably tomorrow. I've got a live with Alex, the Liverpool fan. I forget his last name. He's on Arsenal fan. In fact, I do know his last name, but I'm just not trying to butcher it. He's the guy on Arsenal Fan TV. Lovely guy. He featured with us on a stream on Back Again. Liverpool fan. So we'll be discussing Liverpool's transfers. But people, listen, if you're new to this platform, smash that subscribe button, man. Also, smash up the like button. I know we've got 700 people in the building, and I know we ain't got half. I'm guessing that we haven't got half the likes. I haven't checked, but let it be above half before I do go and check. Please smash up that like button, people. Leave your thoughts down there in the comments if you are tuning in after the live. And as always, the people in the chat, we love you over here. We always love your input and all that stuff, trolling or not trolling. We love you out here, bro. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please make sure you stay safe and smash that like button, because I'm only seeing 204 likes. Let's get this up to 300. It's not too late. You can still get this done. You get me? But peoples, big up.